Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Ishan Jolly, also known as the JollyLegend, and I just got this microphone in. The Lauten Audio LS-208. I've heard really good things about this company, and I'm very intrigued about their microphones. I would love to try some of their higher end microphones, the condenser ones, but I want to be more sensible with my money. So I settled for this one. This is like their broadcast style one, which I feel like is really nice. From my very brief sort of hearing it so far. Right now you're hearing with this microphone, no EQ, but with some compression. Right now the compression settings are minus 20 decibel threshold, 4:1 ratio, attack of 2 milliseconds, release of 100 milliseconds, and 10 decibels of makeup gain, so pretty simple sort of compression settings just to bring up the levels and make the sort of details in the microphone shine a bit more than just pure raw audio, which doesn't sort of emphasize the microphone as much, at least in my opinion. I'll make a proper review out later, but this is just me testing it out real quick. So, it's got a bunch of different switches as well. And right now, let's enable the 10 kHz switch. So this is rolling off the frequencies above 10 kHz with no effect in the bass right now because I haven't touched those. And now, here is the microphone with 8 kHz and above rolled off. So this is a very interesting sound, very sort of flat and dark and neutral. No, not flat. It sounds very sort of dark sounding, which for certain voices might be great for a very high-pitched piercing voice. Very interesting sound. It's nice that everything comes in like one microphone instead of having like, you know, an RE20 and a SM7B. This has like both in one, essentially. Now I believe that's flat again. I've just really quickly A and Bing between this and the SM and my Sennheiser microphone. They sound kind of similar. This one sounds more broadcastery and the Sennheiser sounds more natural, if that makes sense. But they have a similar sort of tone, which is really cool because we love the Sennheiser. Alright, and I'll include that in this video as well as a demo. And now this is with a 50 Hz high-pass filter, and I feel like this is doing more than just like below 50 Hz because my voice sounds thinner to me in my ears. And I don't think my voice goes down below 50 Hz. I think it goes to around maybe 60 Hz. But maybe it's like a gentle sort of roll that cuts off stuff before as well. I'm not too sure. And now this is their 120 Hz high-pass filter, so it's probably cut out a lot of my voice because I speak around 70 to 80 Hz, so rolling off from 120 is probably thinning out my voice quite a lot. And that's what it sounds like this. And now the microphone is back to flat on both scenarios. And now let's try doing both. So let's try the 8 kHz and 120 Hz for a very mid-focus sound. So this is how it sounds when it's very mid-focused, which is an interesting sound. Maybe it's more natural, like it doesn't sound like it's speaking directly on top of a microphone. But hey, very mid-focused. Maybe if you've got a very shrill voice without much bass, then this could really sort of make it sound nice and pleasant to listen to. But hey, let me know you guys' opinions. And now, let's try less extreme, like the 10 kHz and 50 Hz. And now, this is what it sounds like with the 10 kHz and 50 Hz switches engaged. And that is that. And now it's flat, back to the default, which is probably what I'll use it on. Because I like having all the frequencies in my voice represented, because I feel like I've got some nice frequencies in my voice. Alright, and now let me compare it to the Sennheiser MKH 416 really quick. Alright, okay, now we're on the Sennheiser MKH 416 microphone from about the same distance away. The compression settings are the same. I dropped the gain on my interface by 10 decibels. So this is at 26 decibels of gain, and then this was at 36 decibels of gain. And I believe those are around similar levels. If not, then, well, this is a very basic sort of first impressions. Don't take it too seriously. I'll make a more proper video where I'm not doing live compression and all that sort of stuff. And I can probably gain match them in post, but this is how the Sennheiser MKH 416 sounds by comparison to the Lauten Audio LS-208. Alright, and now we're back on the Lauten microphone, but now using the included windscreen. And this seems pretty good, actually, for a windscreen. Because before it was kind of picking up my breathing and I had to be careful with the mic technique, but now I can get kind of really up on this microphone and give it the voice of God, fully engaging that proximity effect and all, and that is how it sounds like. Okay, right. Nice, actually. It doesn't seem to tame the high end by that much, which is nice. I can't see the switches. Is this the high end one? So now, okay, now it's with the high end rolled off, like with the 8 kilohertz. And now it's the 10 kilohertz one. This one could be kind of nice, actually, for a sort of lo-fi radio sound. Maybe include that bass roll off to avoid being too bassy. So this is the 50 hertz, and now this is kind of like a lo-fi, sort of dark radio tone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night Radio with your host, Ishan Jolly. Welcome. And now with both the switches all the way. So this is the 8 kilohertz and 120 hertz, so the very mid-focused one with the windscreen on. And here is how it is. So this is also interesting because maybe now that I've rolled off all these frequencies, now I can EQ them in. And have an interesting sound, because I feel like EQ versus the mic sound itself does change a little bit. So let me try out my sort of regular broadcast EQ that I use normally for streams, which is a boost in the bass and a boost in the treble, cut in the low mids. Okay, now, so this is my regular broadcast preset, but with all the switches engaged, so now we have that sort of smooth broadcastery sound, where, yeah, this is kind of interesting, actually. I like this sound, because it's not very sibilant, it's, but it's still nice and full sounding, and then if I bring the switches back, so this is 120, and now it's off, so now we've got a lot of that bass region really emphasized. Wow. That's very bassy, which makes sense. I did boost the bass and then bring the high back into it. There we go. Okay, now this is just with my regular broadcasting sound. Like I use my Sennheiser MKH with these settings, and this is what it sounds like, which is quite very big, very very bold, it may be a little sibilant, sibilant. And then if we add in a slight de-esser with the GOXLR, this is how it sounds with this. I don't know. I don't like the sound of the de-esser and the GOXLR. I don't really like the sound of de-essers in general, so I kind of just accept the de-esser. Except the sibilances. I don't mind sibilants too much. I know some people are more sensitive, but hey, this is what it sounds like with that broadcastery sound using the GOXLR. And then just chucking on the little noise gate, and there we go. Now it's silent. Because I've noticed this one's really good at like sort of rejecting background noise, like. So if I start talking over here, then I go over here, then I start talking over here, and then if I'm talking over here, and then if I'm like, okay, actually maybe I should just type. Let me open a monkey type and try out that. It's probably a good place to test out audio sounds. Let me turn off the noise gate so you can just hear it with like some pretty heavy compression. And I'm on monkey type. I'm using clicky switches, the Kale Box Whites. So that's how it kind of sounds. The keyboard sounds in the background without the noise gate, and then I apply like a very subtle noise gate in the GOXLR. Like if you've watched any of my GOXLR tutorials, then you'll see the gate settings I use. And now let's hear the clicky noises of the keyboard. So I'll talk so the gate is open while I'm clicking, and now I will stop speaking and continue typing. Right, okay, so, I feel like, yeah, when you're compressing, then all the background is going to be amplified, so without the gate, yes. But if a microphone rejects background noise before processing pretty well, and you can gate that stuff out because it's super quiet then, and then you can compress after the gate, I feel like that's a good sign of a microphone that rejects background noise. But yeah, this is how the microphone sounds like with the sort of the EQ I would do, for broadcasting, for streaming, and this is what it sounds like. So hey, I wanted to make a real quick demonstration. This is a first impression. I literally took it out of the box. See the box right there? Yeah, I took it out of the box like 20 minutes ago. So as in 10 minutes before this video. and just wanted to get a quick demonstration out there. And hey, I'm very impressed with this microphone so far, because this one's around 500-ish, 450, 500, something like that. That's 208. How much did I buy it for? I bought mine from Scan UK. Shout out to Scan. Like, okay, 540. That's how much I spent on mine. Right. So yeah, they're for 540, whereas Sennheiser's like 700, 800-ish, I think. So yeah, it's very nice for broadcasting, especially for streaming. I still pick the Sennheiser for like acting because it's a bit more natural sounding and less broadcastery sounding. But hey, very nice. I'm very impressed. I really want to try their more expensive ones, the Clarion, the Atlantis, which is the one which has the forward, central, or forward, gentle, and neutral soundings. I really want to try that one. So I know I'm a really small channel, and Lauten is probably never going to send me a microphone of that expensiveness. But I'd love to try it if they ever wanted to. You know, yeah. So hey, Lauten, if you want to send me a microphone, I would love to try it. What is the one it's called? Lauten Audio. What's the mid-range high-end one? Is it the Eden? No, the Eden is the most expensive one. I believe it's the Atlantis, I think. Yeah, the Atlantis is the one I want to try out with that forward, forward, neutral, and gentle. That's what it is, yes. Because I'm very curious. Looking at the frequency response, the forward one just looks like how I'd EQ a microphone anyway. Where it's like boosted around 60 hertz to 80 hertz. It's like cut from like 100 to like 500. And then it's boosted from 5K to like 16K. That seems like a pre-EQ'd mic for me. That's like the EQ I would do. Because especially because my voice has a lot of frequencies in that 50 to 80 hertz range. Like right now, let me just pull up a filters and then VST plugin, and then I use MTuner. MTuner open plugin interface. So right now I am speaking at around C#2, C2, D2, which is in between 65 and 75 hertz. And then when I sibilantly speak, that goes up to about 90 hertz. If I speak up here, then that's like up in the 100-ish hertz range. But then when I speak down here, that's 70 hertz-ish range. So yeah, it's kind of cool when it's boosting in the region that your like power note of the voice is. Because if you open up a tuner app, like I like MTuner from the M Audio Suite, it's completely free. You can add OBS on your mic track and you can see what note you're speaking or singing. More importantly, singing for notes is more important. But yeah, it's nice when a mic boosts that region for me at least, because that's where I'm speaking, right? That's the note of what I'm saying. So it makes it louder and more powerful sounding. But hey, right, anyway, 13-minute long video of me just yapping into this microphone that I'm pretty impressed by. It's very nice. Alright, so hope this helped you guys out if you're looking to purchase this microphone. The only downside is it requires quite a bit of gain. Like from this far away, I've got it set to 36 decibels compared to my Sennheiser, which is 26, and compared to like a Lauten microphone, which I'd set to maybe 19. From like this far, like the Lauten microphone will be here, not here, and that'll be sent to 19 decibels of gain. Whereas the capsule's right here, I think. And that's 36 decibels of gain, so it's a quite quiet microphone. But I mean, hey, if you got a nice preamp, that means you can crank it more, I guess. Which I think that's on one of the microphones, they have the +10, -10, and neutral sound. I think that might be the one I was talking about earlier as well. The Atlantis. That one looked really cool. I'd love to try that out. But anyway, 40 minutes of yapping. Hopefully this helped you out. And hey, Lauten Audio LS-208 broadcast microphone. On my voice, how does it sound to you? Okay. Bye.